Well, holy crap, Charlotte's gone and surprised me again. The animation wasn't as great this week, but then I didn't expect such amazing quality as last week. At the same time, it was still great. For one thing, that guy that can move super fast, have you ever actually slowed down the animation when he's actually doing that? You literally see him flying through the air just like when you see it slowed down in the anime. It's incredible. I'm going to throw up an image right here just to let you guys see that. The fact that they've put the effort in there is really cool to me. Like, it's blurry, yeah, for sure. It kind of has to be for the visual effect. The fact that you can actually tell what parts of him go where is just about perfect, and I love the hell out of it. They've put a lot of effort into this. So this week, it's feeling a lot more like Angel Beats to me. It is definitely feeling like a Jun Maeda production. The opening just feels straight out of Angel Beats. We've got the whole characters appearing, the little text appearing next to them. Fair enough, this time it's not necessarily their names. So it's a bit less Western than Angel Beats was. At the same time, it looks really cool, and the song is again done by Lisa. Another brilliant song, definitely not on Angel Beats' opening level. That's still my alarm to wake up in the morning, by the way. One of my favourite Japanese songs of all time. But this one is great, and I do enjoy it. The opening video is great. There's a lot of staring at the night sky, a lot of nice imagery. Cool stuff. And throughout this anime, we are getting a lot of children like staring at the sky. Especially our main character Zemoto, who is super cute again in this episode. Yu has begun attending proper school now, like with our main girl, who surprisingly isn't named Charlotte. I really thought she was going to be named Charlotte. I really want to figure out why this anime is called Charlotte. Because I thought it was going to be our main girl who looks super tsundere-ish, Tomori now. But it turns out that that's not her name, so I'm assuming it's probably the name of the star that Yu's little sister keeps looking at. That's the only thing I could figure out about it. And in this episode, there's a hell of a lot of good comedy, which I'm loving the hell out of. Especially from our guy that can move at like the speed of sound. And at one point of this, he offers Yu to buy him lunch. And what he does is he uses his super speed to dash forward in front of everyone in the massive line, drop his money as he's going by, and grab a bunch of sandwiches. And it is incredibly funny. He goes slamming right out through the cafeteria window. Everyone's really surprised, no one more than Yu. And Takajo just shows up again from the background covered in broken glass and just like, oh, here you go, bro. Here's a sandwich. He's got like 4 with him and he's covered in glass and he's just like, oh, don't worry. I'm wearing protection under my uniform. It's all good. I could do that as many times as I want to. Dude is a beast. He goes flying through the air at such awesome speed. And we kind of saw what this anime is going to deliver us as well. Because as well as that big plot point that I'm coming to in a minute, there was also a very episodic feeling kind of thing where our main characters all together, now Yu and Takajo, all went to another high school to track down another person with secret powers. Which was delivered to them. The information was delivered to them by this really creepy dude who's like super wet and dripping and shit. I don't understand. Like, I'm guessing his power is to find other people with powers. He's got this really cool deep voice. And Yu was surprised as hell with him. I'm surprised as hell at him. Now and Takajo just acted like it was a normal thing. So good for them, I guess. Really messed up to me. But yeah, what they did when they actually got there was they did like an investigation, found out who it was with the power, what the power was, and then did their normal thing of collecting him, making sure he wouldn't be using his power randomly anymore. And in this case, the guy was just taking pictures which, thanks to his power, could show girls' underwear. And he was doing it to sell them because somebody in his family had an illness and he had to take care of them and get a bunch of money and he didn't have time to work a part-time job. So there were a little bit of feels there, which was a little bit harsh. Like, you got to feel bad for the kid, but at the same time, he is exploiting people in his schools. Like, you know, he's taking pictures of girls half naked. He shouldn't be doing that. Not to mention they are underage, clearly, since they're in a high school. So he could have gone to jail for that, and our guys didn't make him go to jail. They just said, hey, stop using that power. Just stop. And then we got to the seriously feelsy part of the episode. now happened to mention her brother and advised Yu to come see him with her. And when they went to see him, he was completely insane. And this guy is the whole reason that now has begun her quest to save the people that have powers. Because when he was a teenager, his mum basically sold him and Now to this pretend school. It wasn't actually a school at all. They were actually just experimenting on the big brother. At the same time, they were keeping a track on Now to make sure that she didn't have any powers coming in. Because apparently they knew biologically it was a good chance she was going to have some. And so for a full year, they just experimented on him trying to figure out how to recreate his power to use it for military operations and stuff like that. Basically, by the end of it, he went insane, lost his power, and they had no use for him anymore, so they threw him away. And that's really messed up and really sad. And we also heard that this is when Now met the person that she can trust the most, who apparently moved her brother to this new hospital that looks after him properly in such a beautiful location and doesn't ask questions about his special ability, just takes care of him. And so it's going to be really interesting to find out exactly who this person is. I'm really expecting it to be our main guy, Yu's father. Since Yu's father has just disappeared and nobody seems to be questioning where he is, I'm just assuming that. It may be that I'm just hoping for too many cliches and coincidences, as I often do, but that is what I'm assuming from this point on. And I do think that Yu's father has the ability to control memories to a point. Similar to Yu's ability to take over someone's body, I think his father can erase memories. And that's why Yu can no longer remember his father's face. His father didn't want that left inside him anymore. He wanted to make him forget completely about him so that there was no pain there. Now that we've seen the big brother of Now, makes you wonder how bad it's going to be for the Emoto. Which just know they're going to use against you. She's too cute for them not to use her against us. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. This episode was great. We've kind of seen what Charlotte's going to be like for the next few episodes. And hey, we haven't even introduced our final character yet, the Yusa, the chick who's like an idol at the same time as having powers and being a high school student. So, there's going to be more fun to come. Like if you enjoyed this review, subscribe if you haven't to see more, and definitely leave me a comment in the comment section below letting me know what you thought of this episode. I will see you guys next time.